getting near the end of summer in Alberta here. Hunting season's coming close. We're close to home here. We got a picture of a really big 5x5. So we're getting a couple extra cameras set up in the area, trying to find this pattern, because that first couple weeks of September, they're often on their summer feeding pattern still, and it's a good time to get a big buck and just catch them coming out to the field.
Well, I'm all set here. Opening day, northern Alberta. Did a quick hanging hunt here in a kind of a newer area. We just put a camera here maybe a couple weeks ago, and there's a couple big whitetails on camera. So it's 30 degrees Celsius. Long walk in with all the gear, but I'm hung up and I'm set for the last 2.5 hours of light here, so we'll see what comes out. There's also elk and moose in this field as well, so stay tuned. Let's do it. So we're about a week into season. Same spot I did a hanging hunt opening day. I went and moved it about another 180 yards. Realized they're coming out of this corner here, so I just got it all set up. It's hot again, about close to 30 Celsius, but haven't got any pictures of the big bucks 200 yards up, but I still think they're coming out of this corner perhaps. So we got an hour and 40 minutes left to sit, so we'll see what comes.
Meow. All right, well, here it is. It's just a bit after dark. I shot that buck half hour before last light. I had a young buck come out. This was just a hanging hunt, 30-degree weather. I had a picture of this big buck 2 weeks ago, one picture. I was hoping maybe he was hanging out in this area. Sure enough, around 8 o'clock, I could hear some walking in the field, and there was a younger buck, and I eventually seen it. It was a little far out, so I'm like, okay, well, I do have a lane there. Maybe there'll be another buck here. So I waited maybe another 2 minutes, and then out stepped this big boy. And I had no lanes that close, but I knew there was this canopy kind of pocket in the tree. If you got a little further out, I'd have him. So eventually I was range finding, moving my sight, and then I was able to stop him. Shot. It looked a touch low, but he really ducked in, good angle, and it made a good pop. And I never heard him make it to the tree line. So I walked out, and let me show you the size of this thing. What do we have here? Say just a nice big doe, or a monster buck. Just shot him. He did not run. Jesus, he didn't run far at all. 20-30 yards, right on. Well, here it is. We are like just about a week into early season archery here. This is probably one of the first bucks I've ever shot in September, to tell you the truth. I've always been a guy that likes to hold out till November for a big one and often fold my tag. So no clue where he's at. And then all of a sudden, out he comes. And I have a bit of a lane. I was range finding, and eventually he stepped. He was fairly far out, but it's ranges that I practice at often. So I stopped him, and you'll see in the video, I stopped him so I can get a good range on him, moved the sight. he was at a nice angle, and this is a world-class buck, you know, you're taking that shot, and I felt confident in it, and I shot him, and I don't think I could have hit him any better. Initially it looked low because you see the knock, but it made a loud noise, and he didn't run far. I didn't hear him get back into the bush, and then I called my buddy Mitch, who's here filming for me now. I was solo hunting, and as I was talking on the phone, I could hear it wheezing, so I was pretty sure I got him, and sure enough, I head out there, and there he is. He maybe ran 30 yards and tipped over. Here it is the next day here. We got it back at my place, getting ready to process it. It's a big, clean 5x5 here. We did some rough scoring, and we figure it's going to go Boone and Crockett, I'd say for sure. So definitely the biggest buck I've gotten yet, and it's clean buck.